morning, good evening, hello guys, it is King. Welcome back to another TKWF Universe mode. Now, I apologize for the late upload for this episode. As I explained on my Twitter, I've been having constant crashes because I have a lot. I have like a big promo in the middle of the episode and it keeps crashing my episode. But I'm trying to get it done, I'm trying to get it out for you guys. But here's the World Title Tournament bracket currently. As we can see, Eddie Guerrero, Samoa Joe, Heath Slater, and Randy Orton have all moved on to the top 16. So this episode is, focused mainly on getting the next 4 matches done, and then moving the next 4 people into the bracket, so that we'll have like each corner of the bracket or each leg of the bracket will have one person moved on to the top 16. So that the next 2 weeks will be moving the last the last 16 people, having their matches, the last 8 matches, and then working out who our final top 16 are. And then starting next month will be the top 16 matches, and then by the next pay-per-view, not Money in the Bank, which is the coming up pay-per-view in 2 weeks' time, but the pay-per-view after that, that's when we'll have, our world title picture and, crown our first world champion. Now, with that being said, at Money in the Bank pay-per-view, there will be no SmackDown Money in the Bank match. With the fact that there's no world champion to cash in on, it just makes no sense in my head to be like, yeah, sure, 100%, let's crown a Money in the Bank holder, because they're just going to be holding onto that briefcase for a few months until, we crown our first champion. So it just makes no sense to have a Money in the Bank holder. So, this Money in the Bank pay-per-view is primarily Raw based, with a few SmackDown matches hidden in between. I try making the pay-per-views like even numbers, like if it's a 8 match pay-per-view, I try to have 4 Raw and 4 SmackDown. But with all of the stuff that's happening on Raw lately, I've had so many Raw feuds to continue at the pay-per-view. Well, SmackDown, hasn't had many feuds come out of it just yet. We've been focused on crowning our world champion, so everyone's been fighting for that, and nothing's really happened. That's not to say that in the couple of months leading up to Money in the Bank, nothing's gonna lead into that at all. But at the same time, currently all we've have confirmed for the Money in the Bank is the WWE champion will defend his title against a winner of a 6-man battle royal the week of the pay-per-view. That's all we have confirmed. Also, obviously there'll be a Raw Money in the Bank match. It just makes sense. It's Money in the Bank. We need at least one Money in the Bank match. But that's about all that we have announced so far. But for now, let's actually move into the actual matches that are happening in the show. We have Baron Corbin versus John Cena to open the show. Now, the crowd already cheering, "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks." This is going to be a good match. Oh, walked straight into a big boot there, John Cena did. Now, Baron Corbin taking the offense straight off in this match. The constant stomps, both of these people want to win that world title and they want to move forward in the tournament. But, it's going to be an interesting show here, nevertheless, between these two. And Baron Corbin, just taking the reins on John Cena now. This is big match John. Who knows what he could pull off in this match. But, Baron Corbin currently taking the offense. But Cena, just countered. He's picking Baron up now. And then Baron's fighting back. He probably should have kept Baron on the ground, because Baron's going straight back to his multitude of powerbombs. Multitude of powerbombs indeed. It's probably going to be the name of this episode, Multitude of Powerbombs. Because that's basically what this match is currently. But, you know, Baron Corbin with the constant stomps, constant power bombs, you know, he's just taking reins in this match. Cena is trying to fight back now, but nah. Baron Corbin's back in the driver's seat once again. You know, Cena just can't find a leg to stand on in this match. He's just not managing to get anywhere with what he's trying to do, you know. And I feel sorry for Cena, you know. This is probably like one of his first, if not his first match, if you don't count the Money in the Royal Rumble match in 2K19. It's probably like his first match in the universe. I don't remember using him in any other matches. I may be wrong on that, so don't quote me. Oh! Well, Cena just reversed with the end of days. Or just reversed the end of days, I should say. And now Cena is firmly back in the driver's seat. But, oh! An attitude adjustment out of nowhere! And here we go. 1. And a kick out at 1. Baron Corbin has not taken nearly enough damage for the attitude adjustment to put him away just yet. And, oh, Corbin's back on the offense once again. Oh, but Cena back and forth here. You know, these two just... they're countering almost every move. It's amazing. And again, back to the multitude of power bombs. What an amazing... oh, and it knocked him outside the ring. This is an amazing opener to the SmackDown show. You know, what an amazing, you know, match for just the world title picture in general. You know, these two are putting each other through the ringer to try win this match. You know, countering each other's finishes, kicking out at one of each other's finishes. It's just, it's hectic. And then the multitude of power bombs, of course. Oh, but Cena stood up straight away with the no-sell there. But Baron Corbin not having any of it. He's back on the offense once again. Oh, Cena with the reversal there. And now Cena, oh, Corbin with the reversal. This is just amazing, guys. Like, these two are going toe-to-toe. I'm losing my voice. I'm that excited about this match. Also, I've tried recording this match 3 times now, but it keeps crashing every time. So let's hope that it doesn't crash this time. And I am losing my voice. Oh, reversal again from John Cena. Cena back on the offense again. Oh, what is he going for here? And a gut-wrench power slam. And now Cena taking the driver's seat back. These two have been back and forth this entire match. And, you know, rightfully so. These two want that world title. And they want it bad. And now... hip toss there from Baron Corbin. Now Baron Corbin watching Cena, letting him get his breath. You know, a show of sportsmanship in this amazing match before knocking him straight back down again. And here we go. Another backbreaker. And this could be it. He's charging it up. He's waiting for it. Cena, don't get up. Stay down, Cena. Stay down. And here we go. End of days. Could this be the end of days for John Cena? 1, 2, 3. And Baron Corbin is moving on to the top 16 in the World Title Tournament. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe it. You know, I got to hand it to these two. They had an amazing match. You know, countering each other left, right, and center. And, oh, well, what's going on here? Oh, well, Cena's offering the handshake. And Corbin's accepting. A show of respect from these two fine gentlemen. You know, who basically, you know, they were just in a war. And, you know, they had enough respect to shake each other's hands at the end. Because they know that it could have gone either way. But for now, we have Apollo Crews wanting to talk about the Elimination Chamber United States title match. So let's hear what he has to say. Okay, well, while that is true, the match did end in a double countout at the Elimination Chamber when we were trying to crown our first United States champion. We still don't have an official United States champion because, well, these two ended in a double countout. But now Apollo Crews is saying that Buddy Murphy couldn't beat Apollo Crews one-on-one in the match. That's why he had to resort to trying to get a countout victory and failed getting back into the ring, making it a double countout, which I don't remember it that way. I remember these two were brawling outside the ring, and then they just both missed the 9 count. So, if I remember correctly, actually, Buddy Murphy was trying to put him through the announce table, which is what, caused them both to be on the outside of the ring. But, let's hear what Buddy Murphy has to say on this subject, because I don't agree with Apollo Crews. Oh, Buddy Murphy not agreeing with Apollo Crews now, but Apollo Crews has got something more to say. Oh, interesting. A best 2 out of 3 falls match. Will Apollo Crews accept this? One more thing. Oh! And Buddy Murphy just took Apollo Crews to Dick Kick City. Well, I got to agree, the general manager and I did agree that these two... Oh, and it seems like we've got an impromptu match out here. Can we get a ref out here to, sort this out? And Apollo Crews threw Buddy Murphy outside the ring and then just taunts. Buddy Murphy jumps over the rope straight into a punch. As I was saying, the general manager and I have agreed to give these two a rematch for the United States Championship, being that, they're basically the only ones currently in contention as everyone else is competing for the world title tournament. So, we wanted to give them a match, but if they want a 2 out of 3 falls match, I'm happy to oblige. That would give us a definitive winner. No double count out wins, no nothing. Oh, and what a knee to the face there by Buddy Murphy. And Apollo Crews with the flip there. These two are just brawling. Can I get a ref out here to sort this out? I mean, really, come on, guys. This is not a match that was meant to happen tonight. This is an impromptu match. And, this is just a brawl, basically. You know what? After, we get this sorted, I'm adding in a no touching clause to the title match. If either of these two touch each other, then the other person automatically wins the United States title, leading into Money in the Bank. So, can we get a ref to sort these out and break these two up, please? And, alright, well, the ref is trying to break this up now. We got one outside the ring, and Buddy Murphy, still trying to hit Apollo. And now the stare down between these two. So yeah, if they touch each other each, whoever starts it loses the title match, and the other person wins the United States title immediately without a title match at the Money in the Bank. Alright guys, well here we are with our next match in the World Title Tournament. So yeah, we've now, as I was just saying, we haven't had many matches confirmed for Money in the Bank, but now we do. We have the United States title best 2 out of 3 falls match confirmed. Again, if they touch each other beforehand, then the match is null and void. Whoever initiates it loses their chance, and the other person automatically wins the title. But, you know, I have a feeling that these two are going to leave all that animosity to the best 2 out of 3 falls match, because I feel like that's where it's best deserved now. But poor Apollo being taken to Dick Kick City by Buddy Murphy. And well, here we are with our next world title match. As I explained, we have Dolph Ziggler taking on Gentleman Jack Gallagher. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting match. You know, we haven't seen much of, or any of, Gentleman Jack Gallagher in this universe. And Dolph Ziggler hasn't had the best run himself, you know, jobbing out to multiple people on 2K19. So, will we see a different side of either of these people? Will we see a different side of Ziggler where he'll actually get some wins? Or will Jack Gallagher start his intro into this universe on a banger? And alright, well, Ziggler tried starting the match by catching Gallagher off guard. Didn't really work out for him too much in that aspect. But, you know, he's back on the offensive. He's taking the reins in this match. And Gallagher is just teasing Ziggler now. And, oh! Nice maneuver there from Jack Gallagher. Didn't really work as Ziggler, you know, reversed the kick and is back in the driver's seat once again. And, oh, a jumping elbow there from Dolph Ziggler. I'm sorry about that, guys. I am losing my voice after that Baron Corbin match. So it's good that this match isn't as hype. I mean, it's still hype. It's a world title tournament match. Of course it's hype, but it's just not as hype as the Baron Corbin Cena match was, so I can rest my voice a tad bit before the rest of the matches. But again, yeah, as I was saying, Ziggler not having the best run in 2K19. You know, Gallagher making his debut here tonight. Not showing too much initiative in dealing with how things are going, but you know. And the crowd was just getting behind Ziggler, but then Gallagher took the reins again. But oh, and well, we just had a multitude of powerbombs from Baron Corbin. Now Dolph Ziggler's throwing a few in. Oh, a nice body splash off the top rope there. And oh, a nice reversal with a powerbomb of his own there from Jack Gallagher. I don't know what Ryder was going for. Was he going for the Famouser or the Unprettier, whichever you'd prefer? But Gallagher turned it into a powerbomb. But unfortunately, you know, Ziggler got back and took the offensive once again. And Ziggler basically taking the reins here. Now, I don't know where Ziggler was going. Oh, and another one! Jack Gallagher with another reversal to Dolph Ziggler now. And the hair physics of Dolph Ziggler just flying all over the place now. And the Famouser, or Unprettier, whichever you prefer. I prefer the Famouser, so I'm going to call it the Famouser in this universe, but if you prefer to call it the Unprettier, that's what you can call it. Oh! A nice zigzag there. Could this be the end for Jack Gallagher's run in the title tournament? 2 and 3. And Dolph Ziggler, with the crazy hair physics, is moving on to the next stage of the World Title Tournament. You know, as I just explained before, he didn't have the best of runs in the past, but, you know, he managed to pull a victory off here. Could this be the start of something new for Dolph Ziggler in this universe? It'll be an interesting run for sure, but, you know, it'll be definitely interesting. But let's move on to our next match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. So, I have a drink of Coke next to me to try it soothe my throat. So I apologize if you can hear me drinking that in the background. But now this is going to be an interesting match. We have Kane versus Velveteen Dream for the for another qualifying match into the World Title Tournament. I'm calling this first round like qualifiers because, you know, you got 32 people. They're qualifying for the top 16, and that's when the real tournament begins. So yeah, it'll be an interesting showing there of what we can do. But yeah, Kane versus Velveteen Dream is going to be a very interesting match here. I mean, Kane, former, you know, 4 or 5-time world champion, I believe. That's a bit exaggerated. He may only be a 2 or 3. I don't know. In TK's WF, the TKWF, I don't even know the name of my own promotion anymore. In the TKWF, he hasn't done too much other than tackle all 3 Lucha Warriors at a pay-per-view and lost. Oh, but Velveteen Dream. Oh, well, it looked like he was gonna break up and then run out of the ropes, but he decided to just taunt Kane with a nice fake out. But still, he managed to take the offensive anyway. Again, Velveteen Dream is part of the Dream Team. They didn't quite make good in their match against the Lucha House Party at Elimination Chamber for the tag titles. So could Velveteen Dream have more luck in the World Title Tournament than he did with the tag titles? I mean, the Dream Team is still a team, don't get me wrong. You know, they're basically, you know, they're the Dream Team. You know, they're starting here as a tag team, and I don't see them breaking up anytime soon. One loss to Lucha House Party due to, you know, a crappy roll-up shouldn't be enough to keep them down for long, but we'll see in the future. So far, we haven't had any, like, qualifiers for the Lucha House Party's tag titles, so maybe the Dream Team could get another title shot down the line. We'll have to see. But But, yeah. For now, we'll just focus on Velveteen Dream's run in the title tournament. Could he potentially be our first world champion? It'd be an interesting run if Velveteen Dream, who in this universe is primarily a tag team wrestler, could be the first world champion. But here we go for cover 2 and a kick out at 2 with that fireman rollout move. I'm sure he has a name for it, but I don't know many of the wrestlers' names unless I like actively follow that wrestler and have been for like many years. Like even some of the current wrestlers, like some of my favorite wrestlers, I don't know the proper names of half their moves. Like I know that a lot of them have special names, but I just call them like what the move actually is. And a famouser of his own from Velveteen Dream now. Going to the top rope now. Oh, and here we go. A nice elbow from the top rope. Here we go with the cover. 2 and 3. Velveteen Dream just beat Kane and is moving on to the top 16 in the World Title Tournament. Well, Velveteen Dream not very successful in his tag team title match, as I just explained, but he is he is kind of successful in the world title picture now. You know, managing to overthrow Kane in his first match. You know, 4 matches away and he could be our first world champion. Again, we'll find out next month after we find out in the next 2 weeks who he'll be facing. It'll be either be AJ Styles or someone else. I don't remember what the bracket is. I know AJ Styles is in that area somewhere. So it could be an interesting match if AJ Styles versus Velveteen Dream. But again, we'll have to wait for either next week or the week after to see whether AJ Styles can win his match and move on. But for now, let's move on to our main event of the evening, the final match in the World Title Tournament for the first, half of the tournament, or the first half of this round, I should say. The crowd isn't very in tune with Bobby Roode's music here. And I should just mention, yes, his name is Robert Roode in this game, but I will forever always know him and call him as Bobby Roode, because he is Bobby Roode, and that's what he will always be known as in my eyes. But here's the glorious one. Will we see him move on in this title tournament? It will be an interesting one, to say the least. But yes, we're gonna have Bobby Roode, not Robert Roode, versus Kofi Kingston in this match, and then we'll have our first 8 for the top 16 declared, and then the next two weeks we'll work out who moves on to face those people in the ladder. So, yes, I hope I've fully explained that. I've mentioned it like 20 times now. I really hope that it's like fully explained. If not, then I'm not doing a good enough job of explaining it. But let's move on to the match. Feel the power. Sorry, I'm not trying to be biased here. I just like the New Day's entrance. But Kofi Kingston, yes, he is part of the New Day, and if they need a three-person if they needed like a 3-person match, then he'll be involved. But for the most part, the tag team will be Xavier Woods and Big E, and Kofi will be will basically be the singles competitor in will basically be the singles competitor in his own right. But he will still be representing the New Day every chance that he gets, because he is still a New Day member. But, you know, you'll barely see Big E and Xavier Woods with him unless he feels like he needs the help. He's spoken to them and he's like, you know, I'm still with you guys and I will help you whenever you need it, but I want to do this on my own, especially with the World Title Tournament. So they said, yep, you know what, 100%, we agree. We've got your back if you need us, but we'll sit out on the sidelines and you can do this your way. So that's why you'll never see Xavier Woods and Big E in the corner of Kofi Kingston unless he requires it. Because Kofi Kingston's trying to break it out on his own, but also not wanting to leave the New Day because, you know, they've helped him so far and he wants to still help them. And they all want to be successful together. Oh, and a roll-up from Bobby Roode already, and a kick-out straight away. I thought we were going to see a repeat of Dream Team versus Lucha House Party with the roll-up like 2 minutes into the match. That ended the match straight away. What a way to end SmackDown that would have been. But Bobby Roode on the offense for most of this match so far. Kingston just not being able to get his grounding. Every time he gets a chance, he seems to stumble, and Bobby Roode's there to catch him. So, but as I say that, here he is back on the offense, going to the top rope. This could be dangerous for him. Oh, a nice leg drop off the top rope. And Kingston back on the offense now. Kingston's finally found his grounding in this match. Finally able to get all the offense that he needs in. You know, he's taking this match home. And now he's just taunting Bobby Roode like, come on, this is what you're going to give me in this world title tournament? Like, Kofi Kingston seems to have a new attitude in this universe where he thinks that he is the God-given right to the company, and, you know, he feels like he's unbeatable. And I feel like, you know, we need Bobby Roode, or someone at least, to knock him down a peg. Maybe even the New Day members need to, you know, help him realize that, you know, he's not all that in a bag of chips. I feel really old for using that statement, but I couldn't think of another word, another phrase at the top of my head. Oh, and glorious. That was not glorious because you taunted enough to give Kofi some recovery time. And a snap suplex into a cover, but a kick out at one. I don't know why I paused halfway through that sentence. Oh, and the boom drop. And now Kofi. Oh, Kofi's getting ready for it. We know what's coming up next. Trouble in Paradise. The Trouble in Paradise. Could this be it? Oh, too close to the ropes. But the ref didn't see it. His hand's under the rope. What? Oh, but he kicked out anyway. I can't see it from this angle. The ref may have been able to see it from a better angle, but it looked like his hand was directly under that rope on my angle of the camera. Again, it could have been either way. It didn't end the match, so it doesn't really matter, but here we go. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 again. It's just not enough, Kofi. You need to do a little bit more damage to him here. You know, Bobby Roode fighting valiantly to try stay in the spot after Kofi's like, you know, is that all you got? Bring it on. Like, you know, this is a title tournament and you're not showing me that you want to win it. And I don't know what Kofi was doing there, but he completely missed. Sorry about that, guys. Nice arm drag there from Roode. Kofi Kingston fighting out of the collar and elbow tie-up. And, oh, a nice suplex. Doesn't go for the cover, though. Probably felt that Kofi was too close to the ropes, and here we go. Oh, and a kick out at 1. Now, Rude just can't believe that Kofi's still kicking. You know, he hasn't done nearly enough damage, and I think Rude's realized that. Oh, well, it looked like Rude was going for the glorious DDT, but Kofi countered. Now Kofi with the second trouble in paradise in this match. And he's going to the top rope now. Knows that Rude's too close to the ropes to go for a cover. So he tries kicking him out of the way. Elbow drop off the top. And here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And Kofi Kingston moves on. He is our 8th member to move into the top 16. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to hit a like if you liked the video. Hit subscribe and bell if you want more content from me. And we'll see you next week, where hopefully I don't have any more editing issues and everything's up to date and on time. So, thanks for watching, guys. Good afternoon, good night, and goodbye.